Dear students, good morning everybody. Dear students, it is a geography class. In previous class of geography, we discussed about drainage system, in which we were discussing about the mighty rivers, the Indus and the Ganga, which rise from the Himalayas, which are perennial river. Dear students, today we will discuss about another mighty Himalayan river, the Brahmaputra. Dear students, the Brahmaputra river rises in Tibet, east of Mansarovar Lake, which is very close to the source of the river Indus. Where does Brahmaputra rise? Brahmaputra rises in Tibet, east of Mansarovar Lake, close to the source of Indus river and the Satluj. It is slightly longer than the Indus river. Its most of course lies outside of India. It means its most course lies outside of India, and very short course flows through India. It flows eastwards parallel to the Himalayas. On reaching, or when it reaches the Namcha Barwa, 7,757 meters high, it takes U-turn. Where does the Brahmaputra take U-turn? At Namcha Barwa in Arunachal Pradesh. Here it turns U-shape and enters India through a gorge. Here, when it enters in India, there it is called Dhiang, and it is joined by tributaries like Dibang, the Lohit, and many other tributaries that form the river Brahmaputra in Assam. Dear students, in Tibet, the Brahmaputra river carries very a smaller volume of water and less silt and sediments. Dear students, sometime a question is asked that why does Brahmaputra carry a smaller volume of water and less silt and sediments outside of India? Dear students, its answer will be that the Brahmaputra carries very a smaller volume or a smaller volume of water and less silt and sediments because it flows through cold and dry region. It flows through rocky region which is generally very hard surface. Its course is narrow in outside of India. That's why it carries a smaller volume of water and less silt and sediments. The Brahmaputra has a braided channel in its entire length in Assam and forms many riverine islands. Riverine islands means the elevated land surrounded by water on its all sides in a river that is called a riverine. And the most famous and the largest riverine island of Brahmaputra is Majuli. It means the world's largest riverine island formed by Brahmaputra is Majuli. Every year during the rainy season, the river overflows its banks. It means in rainy season, Brahmaputra overflows its banks. It causes widespread devastation due to floods in Assam and Bangladesh. As at present, in news channel, in newspaper and magazines, you can find that Brahmaputra is flowing above the danger mark. About million of people affected by the flood in Assam at present in this year. Similarly, every year in rainy season, Brahmaputra overflows its banks and causes widespread devastation due to floods and damages life and property of the state of Assam as well as in Bangladesh. Unlike other North Indian rivers, the Brahmaputra is marked by huge deposits of silt on its beds, causing the river bed to rise. It means as much as Brahmaputra river deposits silt and sediments on its bed, no any other northern river deposits. That's why its river bed rises every year. The river also shifts its channel frequently. It means in this year, Brahmaputra flows, channel of Brahmaputra flows, suppose through this side, and another year it can change its course, its course of flowing. It means frequently it changes its channel. Dear students, these were the major Himalayan rivers. Which are the major Himalayan rivers? The Indus, the Ganga and the Brahmaputra. We have to study here about these three mighty rivers rising from the Himalayas. Let me discuss about the peninsular rivers. The main water divide in peninsular India is formed by Western Ghats. It means as Ambala is main water divide of the river Indus and the Ganga. Similarly, the Western Ghats is the main water divide of peninsular India. It runs from north to south, close to the western coast. Most of the major rivers of the peninsula, such as the Mahanadi, the Godavari, the Krishna, and the Kaveri, which